Hi, it's Solo P1. Welcome to F1 Flaming Tarmac. Big up to everybody joining us today. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, and also TikTok as well. So thanks for everybody joining us today. This is going to be on this podcast as well. iTunes, if you're on Spotify, we're there as well. So we haven't forgot about you guys on audio. So this is episode 87 of the F1 Flaming Tarmac. We're going to talk about the weekend. We're talking about what practice 1 and 2, what just happened recently. And we're going to go over everything. We've got 21 people watching. I want to thank everybody for joining us on this lovely Saturday evening. Well, not Saturday, Friday evening. Sorry, getting the days mixed up. So yeah, I'm going to bring in my co-keys, my partner in crime, Toto Abba.
Big up.
Toto, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, big up everyone. Big up chat. No people watching. Big up to everyone. Big up to Charles Bannon. Big up to you. And first time here, welcome, man. Welcome. Again, you have caught us late in the season, but still, we still like to be here and capture us for next season. Because we'll be doing this all season. We do it every season. But how I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Yeah, that's good, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to just talk about Formula One. We're going to talk about what's going to happen this weekend. We've got people in there. We've got 10 people on the channel solo, someone Toto, and we've got some watching on Twitch as well. And remember, very important for the video, very important for the channel. All we ask you guys is to hit that like button. That's it. Hit the like button. And if you want, subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. We're nearly there, and we just want you to enjoy the show. So we've got people watching, and like I said, smack the like button, enjoy the show. So Toto, what you say, man? What's all this about? What's going on with Redbull, man? What's going on with Redbull?
Redbull.
What's going on, man? With the fans?
I don't know, guys. In the chat, I want to get your thoughts on this as well. We've got 17 people in here. I want to get your thoughts on it. Are you watching? Because you're part of the video as well.
Exactly.
But look, personally, I think it's wrong what they did. I'm just going to say it out. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's wrong what they did. And it was due to the Verstappen's race engineer, in my opinion. You know, he started the fire. He said, he looks like Lambiasi, whatever you call his name, yeah. He started this, and he was the one who said, Antonelli moved over. When you actually watch it back, Antonelli made a mistake. He never moved over. He made a mistake. And then he knew he did wrong, because after the race, he went and apologized, and Rebel did an apology saying, we didn't mean to do that to Antonelli. It was just a driving mistake. We watched it back. He didn't need to watch it back. It was a driving mistake regardless. You know, it was very, very childish what Charles Bannon just says. It was very, very childish from Red Bull. There was no need for all that speculating, and they did an apology. But again, the apology don't mean nothing in my book. I'm glad that they apologized, because it's better for apologizing, better off to say nothing. You know, they knew they did. That's why they came on and apologized, but the damage is already done.
Yep.
The guy was getting death threats even after the apology. The guy was getting death threats online on Twitter. And I think for a young kid like that, and his first season of Formula One, the guy's just a kid.
Yeah.
He just finished his GCSEs, man. Right? This season. And he's getting bullied by other people online. And most of them on their fake accounts on Twitter, DMing him, death threats. And I think it's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's just wrong, man. It's just so childish from Red Bull. It's so childish play from Red Bull. It's unbelievable. How can you assume that when he made a driving mistake? Even how Marco said, I watched it back and it was you didn't need to watch it back. And I think them DMs that he's been getting is out of order as well. It affects a driver like him. I don't know how strong he is mentally, but I take it from a young kid, it can affect him.
Yeah.
It can affect him.
Yeah.
At a young age, it can affect him. So it was just wrong. What Red Bull was doing. I want to get your thoughts in the chat as well. 20 people in here, big up. You know, it's just wrong what Red Bull did, and that's just my view. I
Totally
can't really
agree.
say anything else.
Listen, let's get straight to the point of it. He did not move over for Lando Norris. He made a mistake in a corner, and that's all it was. He made a mistake in the corner. You remember, this is his first season in Formula One. People forget that. People think that he's a veteran, Antonelli. No, this is his first season in Formula One.
Yep.
So when you've got a driver like Lando Norris, who's a seasoned veteran, and he's behind you, and he knows you want, and you know he wants to pass you to get more points. As a rookie driver, even though you're not involved in the championship, you're still going to get points for your team. So when you've got that happen, all them scenarios coming together, you do make mistakes. Formula One drivers are human. It's not a computer game. They have feelings. You get me? They do have feelings. They might come across in the press conference like, oh, I'm hard. I'm a Formula One driver. But no, they have got feelings. Like Toto just alluded to. He's just finished his GCSEs. GCSEs. I remember at the beginning of the season that Kimi Antonelli, I'm not sure what track it was. It might have been China. And he brought his schoolmates with him. He had his college mates there with him. That proves how young he is. Now, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 60, 70. I don't matter. Yeah? I don't care if you're a grown man with muscles, a UFC fighter. Bullying is not tolerated in any walks of life. No bullying. There's no need to bully anybody. Because people don't realize when you bully somebody, there's after effects. He might go home, he might feel the mental health might kick in and stuff like that. You do not bully nobody. And for the people that bully him online, let's face it, let's just face it. Let's face it, the people online that are bullying Antonelli. Most of them are probably in the 50s. They're either really young, like 14, or they're in the 50s. Guaranteed. They're online, they're chatting away in the chat room, and they're just putting that stuff out there because they think they can't get, they think they're untouched. They think nobody can touch them. And then most of the time, a lot of them don't even work. They don't work. They sit at the home all day watching daytime TV, and they don't do nothing with their life, nothing constructive, and they just go online and want to make people feel bad about themselves because their lives are crap. That's what it is. Because if whoever done this, if he's a grown man whoever done this, who started bullying Antonelli, obviously he's not working. Obviously he's got too much time on his hands. He's not a working man. You get me? So what he does, he goes online and starts putting stuff out there because they're bored. There's no need to bully Antonelli. No need. He made a mistake and Lando Norris passed him. But for me, what's his name? Michael Ambiassi, whatever his name is. Max's engineer. He's the one for me who started it, because he came out on the radio and he said, guess what, Max? And Max goes, what? And he goes, Antonelli just moved over for Lando Norris. And that is irresponsible for saying that, because he is a guy of power. He's a guy of influence. And when you come out there and you say something like, oh, you know what? He just moved over for this driver. What are people going to say online? The stupid idiots online. They're going to come online. They're going to start going. And that's exactly what happened. That was irresponsible for him to say that. Because after that, all the hate started raining down on Kimi Antonelli. Just because what he said. That's why there was pictures circling around that Toto was talking to Kimi, was talking to Ambiassi. He raced his Max's race engineer, There were loads of images and videos circling around on the internet. I'm not going to show you now. If you want to, just Google it. And it was circling all over the internet that you could see that Toto visibly was upset after what he said. That was irresponsible of Ambiasi, Max's race engineer. And it's funny that nobody mentioned it today as well. Never heard about it on the TV. I watched practice 1, watched practice 2. I had all my devices on. I was watching all the sector times, but I didn't see nobody mention that. And I was just shocked, that's all. I was shocked.
Yeah. But look, that's basically our view on it, guys. If you want to get your thoughts in, feel free to, but it's just wrong. It's just wrong. But look, my thoughts on Abu Dhabi anyway, moving forward. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of drivers involved in it. As you all know, Abu Dhabi's a technical track. Got fast straights and tricky corners. It's a very, very technical circuit. So it's very, very hard on the tyres as well. A lot of overtaking opportunity at this track as well. You got turn 5, which is the hairpin. You got turn 6 and 7, which is chicane. You got the turn 6 is chicane, and you got turns after turn 7. You got the long straight, and you got turn 9 at the end of the long straight as well, the second straight. So you've got a lot of overtaking opportunities here. Redbull again have a good history of doing well here. They're fast on the straights, and they've won here several times here before. McLaren also good at technical circuits, and of course, watch out for Mercedes as well, especially George Russell, you know. But Mercedes has always done good here at Abu Dhabi, so maybe Russell or Mercedes might be a disruptor in this because their cars usually very, very good here. Mercedes are strong historically at this track, and of course, Russell could be strong as well because with this circuit, you have to be very, very good on your tyres. You have to be smooth, and you've got to be very, very good on your tyres because it's a technical track. Of course, again, George Russell is consistent here. His long runs are very, very good, and Mercedes are usually a solid car. Max as well. He's fast here. He's won it several times, hasn't he? He's won it several times at Abu Dhabi. Here, so Max is of course going to be fast. Lando's won here last year. Piastri, again, his qualifying speed is quick. Yeah. You know, that's a highlight for the majority of the season. That Piastri qualifying pace is really, really quick. He's usually better in qualifying than he is compared to Lando, to be fair. But all 4 of them, Russell, Piastri, Lando, Max, very, very good in the tyres. And again, a dark horse might be Lewis because he's good at tyre saving. But again, will his car help him with that? But yeah, the main ones really is McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes. And it's going to be Piastri, Max, Lando, and George Russell as the 4 drivers just going at it, really. And maybe Lewis if the car can hold it well.
I think that George is going to have something to say about it because I saw George's pace in practice 2 and it looked good. We know in practice 1, it's very hard for that. They had some rookies driving in practice 1. Lewis didn't drive in practice 1, by the way. It was Charles Leclerc's brother. So he was doing some testing. There was a lot of testing during practice 1. And I've noticed with practice 1 as well, there was no grip. Really no grip. They were struggling with the grip because of the temperature. It's so warm in the day and humid. There was a lot of stuff on the track, a lot of dust and stuff like that. And a lot of the drivers were complaining about the grip, especially in the slow speed corners. But after just watching practice 2, all the drivers were completely different. They were really positive, saying it's really good because you know what? Because the temperatures have gone down, and now there's more grip in the cars. The British driver, what's his name? The one for Haas. What's his name? I forgot his name. The British driver for Haas, the new driver. Anyway, he said, someone saying in the chat, I forgot his name. The one for Haas, the one.
Ollie Behrman.
Yeah, Ollie Behrman was coming on the radio and he was saying to his teammates, saying to his engineer, please don't show him change the car. The car feels absolutely amazing. That was a completely polar opposite of what the first practice was like. Practice 2, completely brilliant. Because the reason why people like practice 2, because The reason the people don't judge on practice 1 because it's daytime. People judge on practice 2 because that's going to meet really the way the race is going to be. So in practice 2 that's how the race is going to start. The same temperatures. It's going to start coming down a bit. So they don't really measure. They don't really measure on practice 1 at Abu Dhabi. This is why they have the testing, and that's why Lewis didn't really participate in practice 1 because he wants to know what's going on in practice 2 because that really reflects more on the race because of the time it starts as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It's you can feel it now that it's coming to an end. When you see Abu Dhabi, it's coming to an end, and I get really upset, because I'm a big Formula 1 fan. I'm a big racing fan, and I know you are as well, Toto. You're a go-karter as well, so it really upsets me when I start seeing coming to an end Formula 1. I really love Formula 1. And for people who's watching us on YouTube, I really appreciate you guys watching because we've been doing this since 2017, and for you guys to come in and participate in this, we really, really appreciate it as well. So I've put a poll up. It's a very simple poll. This is because we're going live tomorrow, by the way, guys. But this is a very simple poll. Who gets pole tomorrow? Is it Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, George, or even Lewis Hamilton? Can Lewis Hamilton get pole? He's got the record here, by the way. But I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think the car's under him. I don't think the car's. I think Piastri is another one because his qualifying place.
I just put that in. I know he's not going to get pole. Anyway,
a little bit of controversy.
So trigger people. Anyway, we've got 8 votes in the poll so far, and Max has got all of them. So
I'm not surprised. Max has got good qualifying.
Max has got all of them that he's going to get pole. That's going to be interesting. I don't know. I think the outside chance is going to be George Russell, man. I think George Russell's really doing good. He could be the bad guy that gets involved with the McLarens. But anyway, let's talk about McLarens a little bit more before we move on to Lewis. Let's talk about Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri, I don't think he was in practice 1, I don't think. But in practice 2, his time is way off. He's way off his time. I think he was like the 8th or 9th fastest on the grid. Even BMM was out qualifying him in sectors as well. So I'm a bit suspicious, I would say, the right terminology. I'm a bit suspicious of Oscar Piastri. All of a sudden now, he's just going to drop his pace because, look, at the end of the day, his teammate is Lando Norris. They've been battling all season. And I don't care what they say in the press conference about, I'll move over from my teammate. No driver wants to move over for the teammate. That's one thing that the drivers do not want to do. And all of a sudden now, if we're in a scenario, we're going into the race weekend, we've got race day, there's 20 laps to go. Max is in front, Lando's 4th, and Oscar Piastri's 3rd. The question was asked to him. I'm going to ask you now, Toto. I'm going to ask you, do you think that if Lando Norris is in 4th, Max Verstappen is leading the race, so the way it is now, Max wins the title, and Oscar Piastri is in 3rd, will Oscar Piastri move over for Lando Norris to win that championship? Because they asked Zach Brown, and Zach Brown said, we've talked about this, and if we do get in that scenario, he will move over. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he will. Again, Zach Brown has also said that he might play the team game because this is papaya rules and all this team game stuff. You know what McLaren, they're not more of like driver to driver, they're more like a team base, a team effort team, which can be good in some benefits. It can be good in some benefits, but I didn't really like the fan of that this season. But I think he will. Oscar said he will move over for Lando in the press conference, so I think he will. If it comes to that situation, what would Piastri get by not letting Lando over, not letting Lando past? I don't get it. Even if Piastri finishes 2nd and Lando needs that 2nd to win, I think he will. He said in the press conference, McLaren's more team-based. He's more of a team effort team, so I wouldn't be surprised if Piastri moves over because if you don't move over...
he will have to move over because he's 17 points behind Lando Norris. Let's just face it, he's not going to win the world title. The way we are now, they keep saying it's a three-way battle. I understand why they're saying that because I want to push it right to the end and get that, the controversy. But let's face it, the only way that Oscar Piastri is going to win the title if Lando Norris and Max Verstappen do not score no points.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only way he's going to win. This is why he has to be the fall guy. He has to be the guy to move over. But what's worrying me at the moment is the way he's pacing practice too. He never looked too good. You get me? He looked like he was struggling. Or is he deliberately doing it? We'll never know. So for him to help Lando, he has to get in the position to help Lando. If he's finishing like 9th in qualifying, which he probably won't, but if he's finishing 9th, that's not going to help Lando. This is what Lando should do now. He should have in his clear head. I'm not listening to all the noise. I'm not answering any questions. I know he has to do some media duties. His mission is to win the race. And if not to win the race, to finish 3rd. That's it. Just finish in the top 3. He finishes in the top 3 and he becomes world champion of 2025.
Because what really spiced up the championship, because it's 2 against 1. You got McLaren, you got Piastri and Lando. Piastri's in a worse position, so Piastri's more likely to play the team game. But of course, Piastri still go for the win. But if it comes down to it, Piastri will have to play the team game. Again, you don't have to, but he probably maybe will play the team game. So it's going to be interesting because Tsunoda's performances this season has been terrible in terms of where he finished, and that he's not really getting the most out of that car. Of course, some people believe that there's other explanations behind that, but regarding this season, Tsunoda hasn't really been getting the best out of the car. So it's 2 against 1. It's 2 McLaren versus 1 Red Bull. And when it's 2 against 1, it's always dangerous and it's always preferred.
Yeah, but he has to get up there.
Yeah, but Lando has to perform well. That's just the way it is.
Performer.
Yeah,
he looked good in both the practice sessions, Lando. I think he got fastest in both.
He's good here, Lando. Lando and Max are good here because they've won it before, and Lando's won it last year.
Yeah,
he'd recently won this track. So again, could do well here, and again, he's good on the tires. So since it's a very technical circuit and he can eat the tires up, tire strategy is very, very vital because any mess up in the pits, it can be vital because that the pit entry and the pit exit, it's very, very tight. So some interesting things can happen in terms of pit stop strategy. Of course, Max is saying in the press conference, "Oh, I'm not really bothered and all that." Is that not being bothered? Not being bothered attitude. To me, I think it's mind games.
Of course it is. Of course he's bothered.
He wants to think. He wants to McLaren. This is in my opinion. He probably wants McLaren to think he's laid back. No, because when it comes down to it, Matt Verstappen's going to try his hardest.
Of course,
and if it is a dirty move at any dive bomb, he's going to go for that dive bomb. He would do anything to win that championship because think about it. If he wins the 5th title, he's won 5 in a row.
And there's only one person who's ever done that, Michael Schumacher.
Yeah. So of course he's gunning for this title.
Of course,
all 4 of them are. I mean, all 3 of them.
But it was interesting regarding the Max was getting interviewed on the Thursday. He said he's accomplished everything in what he's done in Formula One. He said over the winter he's going to be setting up his GT team. So he's got his own GT team. He's setting up his own sim racing team. So he's going to be involved in a lot over the winter. This don't seem like a guy who's going to be in Formula One for the long haul because there's been a lot of rumors about Max Verstappen about because remember Max Verstappen came into Formula One. He was 16, 17. He was really, really young. I think he's the youngest driver or the second youngest driver to ever go on the F1 grid. So he's been there for nearly basically a decade already, and he's won his titles. And with Max Verstappen, he ain't just all about Formula One. He loves his sim racing. You'll see him on his channels. He's got his own team. Like I said, he's organising his professional sim team. He's getting his own GT team. So he's got his hands in different things. You get me? He's not just Formula One. And he keeps saying over and over again, he goes, "I'm not here for the long haul." He goes, "I've accomplished everything I've done in Formula One." And that sounds like a guy. This is what Martin Brundle said as well. He doesn't sound like a guy that is going to be there for the long haul. So that's what I'm saying, you get me? So we'll see what happens with Max Verstappen and down the road. So these are the points what we're looking at the moment. So if you look at Oscar Piastri, like I said, the only way he's going to catch Lando Norris if Lando Norris and Max Verstappen get the only way he's going to win the title if Lando Norris and Max Verstappen do not finish in the points, and the probability of that is just not going to happen, is it, bro? Come on, not going to happen. One of them are going to finish.
Yeah, it's gonna, you know what, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very exciting. We're gonna be off our sofas.
Yeah.
Look, I'm supporting Lando, of course, British driver. Of course, we've got another British driver on the grid coming next season, which is very, very good.
It's going to be 6 British drivers.
We've got Ollie Behrman, Lando, Russell, Lewis.
Don't forget Albon.
Albon again. Yeah, he's not under the class,
British born.
but he's British born. Got educated in Britain, so
London.
London. So what really can say there? But look, that it's gonna be hard to predict who's gonna win the championship. Again, Red Bull. I think it's between Norris and Max. I'm sorry. I think between Norris and Max. I think they're the ones who have far more superior skills at this track compared to Piastri.
I do not think Piastri's winning the title.
No,
I think his chances went out the window last week.
Again, it's Formula One
strategy.
Again, you know, I agree with you.
If he would have won that race, and Lando would have got fourth, then I'll say, yeah, he's back in it. But
I agree with you, but again, if it's Formula One, then you don't know what's going to happen. It could be a DNF, it could be a pit stop. Jack, God, don't put the jacking point correctly. When he's lifted up the car in the pit stop, and anything can happen, man. But look, I'm going with Lando to win the championship, but don't count out Max, man. Don't ever count him out.
The only way that Max wins this world title is that's if McLaren mess up Lando.
Team orders. Yeah.
That's it. No, not the team orders. The way Max Brown has explained it, he's going to be Lando, and Oscar will be helping him out. That's basically, the way he was talking in the press conference and during Sky. He said that basically Lando is in the driving seat, but if it comes to a point where we need to help him out, Oscar will do it, and that's basically conceding Oscar in it. Let's face it. Look between the lines. That's what's conceding Oscar. Piastri. That Piastri ain't gonna win no title, and yeah, that's what it is. So that's basically what he said. If it comes to it, and Oscar has to help him out, he will. That he's basically saying that it's all about Lando Norris, isn't it? It's all about Lando Norris.
Yeah.
So I think Lando Norris is gonna win it. And the only way he ain't gonna win it if McLaren mess him up. Like you said, he goes into the pit and then something gets stuck or something happens bizarre that someone crashes into him. You get me? Or something or the safety car. Remember what happened in 2021 when Lewis got screwed over?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that could happen again as well. Anything could happen. I don't trust it, but I'm still going with Lando Norris. I'm still going with Lando.
Again, it's just reported about 50 minutes ago
on
the Formula One that McLaren is prepared to use team orders.
See?
So it's going to happen.
You see, I told you. There you go. Breaking news, guys. Have you got anything to put up on the bottom?
No, it happened an hour ago.
And just give me that link and I can put it up at the bottom anyway.
It's on the app though, so then
okay, that's fine. Like I said, guys, we were just talking about it just now. Breaking news: McLaren are willing to use team orders. Telling you now, they know Oscar's not winning anything. No way. Oscar's not winning the world title.
No,
he's 17 points nearly. 17 points behind Lando Norris. You get me. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just not gonna happen. So Oscar will have to do the team orders. That's it. Just the way it is.
I think Lando's winning the championship.
I think he's as well.
Piastri's in a bad place. His points. He's lumb behind. He's not lumb behind. He's right there, but
he formed too.
Even Piastri will have to win this race to win the championship.
Yeah, and for Lando and Max not to finish any points.
I know.
So all he's got to do, he's got to finish in front. Right, with look, he's got 17 points in front of him. 17 points. Come on, man. It's between Max and Lando. Lando's in the driving seat. Lando's got the advantage. Just Lando, all he's got to do is finish in the top 3, and then he wins the championship, and that's it, man. So before we go, guys, can you please smash that like button? And let's just talk about Lewis Hamilton. Let's talk about Lewis. Did you hear that news yesterday? That interview that he done?
Yeah.
That he said next season, when this season finishes, he's gonna go to Ferrari. He's gonna talk about the car. He's gonna demand some stuff out of the car. He wants stuff his way. I think he might have been referring to his engineer, maybe. He didn't actually say his name, but he said there's going to be a lot of different. There's got to be a lot of change at Ferrari. If you want to win stuff, if we want to be successful at Ferrari, we need to change a lot of things. Now, a lot of the commentators was agreeing with Lewis, saying, "Look, they should listen to Lewis. The guy's an 8-time world champion. They should listen to Lewis Hamilton." You get me? What's your thoughts on this, Toto?
I think Lewis deserves a different car next year. Definitely, I think this season
and change the whole outlook.
They have to, because this season it's been terrible. It's not like Lewis, and Lewis has been driving perfectly. If you actually, when you saw Crew do the SkyPad and you saw Lewis's footage, it was very, very smooth. He made minimal mistakes, and he drive very, very well. Did the right lines, and it still never worked out. And if you come to your calculations, that's a car issue.
Yeah.
Even if the driver drives very, very well, does the right lines, it can be in any sport. It could be in karting or whatever. If you know your powers, you're driving well, and it's still not working out, it's the car. It is the car. So next year, Lewis is basically demanding that he wants a better car
and change.
And
this is stuff as well.
This is a different Lewis we're seeing now.
Yeah,
much different Lewis. Less of the positivity, you know. As you know, Lewis is all known.
Stupid idiot.
We all know that Lewis is very, very positive, and you can see in his interviews that he's just slating the car, and it's been very, very terrible this season. They need to improve because the performance has not been good. Even Leclerc says he's struggling with the car, so they can't really use the excuse, Leclerc's getting on with it. No, Leclerc's struggling with the car as well. They've both been struggling with the car.
The car's been,
yeah.
That's what's happening with the car. He said he's gonna approach it in a different way. He's gonna speak to the boss at Ferrari. He's gonna talk. He wants change at the team. He wants the team to become his, basically, and so basically he's coming to the Ferrari. It's been, let's face it, predominantly it's been Charles's team. And now Lewis wants to bring his input into the team because it seems like they're not listening to him. He believes he's got a way of making the car better, and he can approach it in a different way. He's talking about engineering. He's talking about staff. He's talking about personnel. He's talking about maybe his personal engineer that he talks to on the radio. He wants change, and it's do or die for Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari. It's do or die. They can either listen to him. It's two ways it's going to go, in it. They can either listen to him and say, you know what, Lewis, we understand. You do your thing and you make the car better. Or they could turn around and say, sorry, I don't care who you are. I don't care how many titles you won. Yeah, we're doing it our way. And if you don't like it, you can leave. But they're not going to do that. Lewis has made that company so much money. Lewis's brand going to Ferrari. People don't realize how much money Lewis's brand has made more than Ferrari. They've tripled their income, tripled merchandise. And the thing about it, where Lewis has got the advantage, obviously he's got the advantage regarding the money situation because he's bringing more money in for Ferrari. But where he's got the advantage, the fans love him. The fans agree with him. The Tifosi agree with Lewis Hamilton. So he's got the Tifosi behind him. And once you've got the Tifosi behind you, that's it. Because in Ferrari, the Tifosis run the team. That's what people don't realize. If there's someone at Ferrari that the Tifosi don't want there, and they make themselves clear, and it's in newspapers and all over Italy, they will get rid of that person. It's happened before. The Tifosi, the Italian media run Ferrari, and it's always been like that. It's a bit like Real Madrid in football. The people run the club. The government runs the club. If they want someone out of that club and they don't want him, the fans will let them know. It'll be in the media, and within a week, he's gone. And it's the same thing with Ferrari. So Lewis has got the people behind him, and that's the main thing. The people support him, and Ferrari support him, and Charles supporting him as well. Because Charles, at the beginning, he was kind of keeping his distance away from Lewis, doing his own thing. You remember when the season started, he had his little side of the garage, and Lewis had his, and he weren't really giving no input. Now Charles has come out and said, yeah, Lewis is right. So he's got Charles behind him as well.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. So I think Lewis going in this direction, he needed it to happen. Some people might think it's a bit aggressive, but I don't think if you want to win, you have to do this. You get me? Lewis knows how to win. He knows how to win. And maybe Ferrari, if they would have listened to more drivers, they would have won more titles. Because they, in the past 15 years, they ain't won anything, have they? Or 2 decades now. So maybe it's good that they should listen. The last champion was Kimi Räikkönen, it was 2007. Kimi Räikkönen, last world champion, coming up to 2 decades since they won the title. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
listen to Lewis, man. Lewis knows best.
Ferrari's a historic team. You know, their championship winning is what their cars mean.
Not for a while though.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just a driver; it's the car. You know, Alonso said it. Alonso weren't referring to Lewis Hamilton, but even Alonso said this weekend, I fully agree. It's the car and how the drivers do very, very well. You know, you stick Max in a Sauber and see if he goes win the title then. You know, you won't win the title.
Not happening.
You know? But look, it is what it is, man. Lewis just needs a better car this season. And yeah, that's it.
So that's it, guys. That's the poll finish. We're gonna head off now, guys. This is F1 Flaming Tarmac in the bag. Big up to everybody on TikTok. Big up to everybody on Spotify. Big up to everybody on YouTube. And big up to everybody on YouTube as well. And Twitch. So, Toto, it's finally here. Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is here. And all I can say before I leave is, Lando, do it for the UK, man.
Yeah.
Bring that title home.
Look, my predictions for this weekend, I think qualifying, I think Max gets the pole. Race, I think Max wins, but Lando finishes second and goes win the championship. That's me.
Nah, you know, I think Lando gets pole and Lando wins the race. I saw him in practice. That guy is lethal, and this track is made for McLaren.
Don't count out Mercedes though, because Mercedes do very, very good here. Doesn't matter what their car is, they always do good.
This is what I'm thinking. I think Lando gets pole, and yeah, Lando gets pole.
Yeah,
that's it, and he wins the race. Don't matter what Oscar does. Don't matter what Max does. I think he wins the race. And I think it's going to be a double header, double swoop. And he's going to be crowned world champion. And when he becomes world champion, you know he's going to break down and cry. Because all that he's been harnessed, all of it in, he's been focused, he's been, he's ready, he looks like a world champion. He's got a new speech like thinking coach, to psychological, like a psychologist, sports psychologist, to keep his head focused and everything. Because you notice with his interview, he's more adult now. You don't really see him smile that much. He's more professional. That's because he's got a sports psychologist, and I just want him to do it, man. I want him to do it for the UK. World champion Lando Norris. He was that guy who used to stream on Twitch. You remember during the pandemic?
Yeah.
He used to be on Twitch. He used to be in his little flat, in Dartford. I think it was Dartford. And or Betford, one of them. But he used to be there. He used to do his streaming. And he would ever think he'd be world champion. I know people say, oh yeah, one day he's gonna be world champion, but now he's actually gonna be world champion. He's gonna be world champion. Hopefully he gets it. Lando, I know you're not gonna watch this, but if you do, good luck, bro. Good luck. Do it for the UK. We're all watching, man.
Yeah.
Big up. So see you later, guys. Big up to everyone on TikTok. Big up to everyone on YouTube. Big up to everyone on Twitch. See you later, guys. Remember to like the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe as well. See you later, guys. Have a good weekend. Probably back for the qualifying as well. See you later, guys. Boom.
On the brakes.